Damn Opinion, where fact, fiction, logic, lewdness, history, and humor combine for pure chaos. Damnopinion.com. Spoiler alert. Listener discretion advised.
What are we spoiling on this show?
Everything. I think we spoil everything. There's nothing mixed out here.
Did you just have dinner? We're going to spoil it.
Are you in a good mood? Spoiler.
Spoil it.
These are the stories that you hear when no one's listening.
Yeah, these are things that we do behind the scenes, and then we record them for some reason.
I don't know why we do that, but we do.
Because we're just free flowing talking. That's why.
So let's get into it.
Okay.
Here we go now.
I don't need a microphone. I don't even have my microphone set up. I got to get my microphone set up. It's been a while.
You're hopeless and helpless.
Shut your mouth.
It's weird because you're usually really good with phallic things. And this time...
It's been a while. I got to get my
Saliva up?
my stand set up here.
Sibilance.
My stand is a little...
Crooked? Does it lean to the left?
Yeah, I got to get it set up the way I like it. Okay, there we go. That's better.
Okay, are you done?
No, wait, no. I got to get my drink.
Wow.
Oh, you were high.
I am trying to delay as long as possible because I can tell that you are totally wound up.
You are high maintenance, man.
Yes, but
Wait, I'm not ready yet.
But Mark over here is very excited about getting back to it. He is just jumping at the bit.
He says he didn't have time to eat, but he was just too nervous.
Exactly.
To eat.
Yeah, he's gonna eat afterwards.
Hey, it's been a whole year.
It has been a whole year before we've done the podcast. Since we've done the podcast.
Doesn't it feel like that, James?
It has not been a whole year.
It has.
This podcast.
Yeah.
But I've been in this room in less time
Yeah,
than
but
a
that
year.
was a much different thing.
That was another podcast.
That's still a podcast with you jokels.
Yeah, but it wasn't even a jokel. That was difficult.
That was easy.
yes. Okay.
Well, you have a phone in your hand. What are you looking at?
Well, I'm looking at something. So we haven't been doing this podcast for a year, but there is something that's significant that has happened, and I can't deny it.
The Dodgers won the World Series.
Nope.
Wow, that's old news.
What about you, Mark? Don't you have something
A whole
funny
bunch
to
of
say?
what? That's significant.
Yeah, significant.
You actually finally shrunk your prostate.
Dr. Pepper is the number 2 soft drink in the USA right now. It finally beat out Pepsi
You know why, right?
because it's delicious.
Well, every
Don't
flavor,
even drink it anymore.
That's true, but
every flavor, including the sugar-free ones, are delicious.
yeah, they've got Dr. Pepper.
They've got like 14 flavors.
Yeah, it's berry. I just had berry.
Blackberry. Yeah, it's a. Why did?
He's so excited.
Why did
Yeah.
you say that?
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
like a breathless. Like a breakfast.
I think he pulled it out of the cabinet in the store and just drank it right there. And then went and paid for an empty can.
His reaction was like the first time a kid sees a Playboy.
Blackberry Dr. Pepper.
I'm very concerned about you.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh!
do you guys remember though in the 80s, like Pepsi was like the soft drink, right? Do you remember? It's like the Pepsi generation. Do you remember? Did you ever go to Pepsi?
There were cola wars, but that didn't make it the drink. It
For
just
the
had,
youth. For the youth, it was.
No, it was uber advertised.
Okay, wait a minute. I remember distinctly everybody started going, I hate Coke. I love Pepsi.
In Mount Shasta?
Yes. Exactly.
Is that when Michael Jackson got his hair on fire?
Yes, exactly. That's the Pepsi generation. All the young kids liked Pepsi. But I'm just saying, they went to Pepsi.
Again, marketing.
Did you ever go to Pepsi?
Never.
Or do you like Coke better than Pepsi?
Yes, Pepsi's too sweet.
Same thing with me. And what about Dr. Pepper?
I would drink it on occasion.
Okay, so how do you rank those three?
It would be Coke, Dr. Pepper, anything, then Pepsi.
Yeah, me too. I won't even drink Pepsi. I'll be like, there's toilet
I'll
water.
take some Schweppes. Thank you.
Exactly.
What about you, Mark? How do you like the?
Well, you just totally missed Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew came crashing in there in the middle of all that Cola war and like literally won a ton of stuff.
I thought Mountain Dew was later.
It was. That's what I'm saying. They came crashing in after the Cola wars and just went, there, look.
But Mountain Dew is not even close. It's not even
It was
top
a
five.
huge bestseller for a long time.
But it's not top five. Not even top five.
You're saying of all time?
No, I'm saying like just in the last 20 years. Since 1995, Mountain Dew has not been on the radar. Let's just put it that way. According to my diagram that I'm holding on my iPhone.
You know what's,
Which is law.
Yeah.
you know what's really good occasionally is when you get like the orange crush or the grape crush and you've had like other sodas for too long.
Oh, yeah. And it's a nice mix up.
Yeah.
Well, and also the crappier, the better. If it's a no name, like purple drink, it might even taste better.
I swear you two are 12 years old.
Like, have you ever had?
I drink Coke, on occasion a 7-Up, and it's usually when I'm sick or I mix it in a cocktail. Other than that, that's it.
Seriously?
You're like
Yes.
a 60-year-old man. I'll take the 12-year-old.
Do you know?
I'm not dying of diabetes either.
Do you know that Coke
Liver
has
failure.
Coke has orange Coke out now, and it's not too bad. It's not too bad.
I want Coke. I don't want cherry Coke. I don't want orange Coke. I don't want vanilla Coke. I don't want grape Coke.
You need
want
to expand your
Coke.
soda pronouns, my friend.
No, I do not.
Do you call it a Coke, or do you call it a soda, or do you call it a pop?
I do not call it a pop. My relatives used to call it a pop back in Louisiana. And I'm like, it's a soda or a Coke. I'll fluctuate between the two.
Well, I think Coke wins because the name, you can say, I'd like a Coke. And you don't even mean Coke. It's any soda that they grab.
Right.
So Coke wins because
But see,
their
when I
name's
say it,
associated.
that's what I mean.
It's like
'cause I want
Kleenex.
Coke.
Same with Kleenex. Same with Jell-O.
Well, they have a map of what states call what, sodas.
It's the same.
We
like,
call it sodas.
Same like shoes. When I would go back to Louisiana, they called them Keds. And they were, I was like, these are Nikes. And they're like, those are your Keds.
All tennis shoes were called Keds?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's just a poor state right there.
Put your Keds on.
Wow, that is weird.
Yeah.
Keds has had a comeback for sure.
What?
Yeah. Well, in the last 10 years, they had a comeback.
What?
Yeah. Keds is a name brand of shoe.
No, I know that.
Okay. Yeah. They're usually like white walls, right?
Where are you
White
hanging out?
Keds. Well, with all the nurses, of course.
Because Vans I get, but Keds? No.
No, they do. They are making a comeback. I think we should buy some Keds. Maybe Keds could be a sponsor.
So is Buster Brown. Buster Brown's making a little bit of a comeback.
What are you?
And Cracker
Where
Jack.
are you guys living? Okay, Cracker Jack maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw an ad for him the other day and I was like, Buster Brown's? What?
I just remembered when you actually got a prize in the Cracker Jack box.
I know. It sucks now.
You just get a tattoo.
It's a little tattoo or a little comic strip or a little
Sticker. Yeah.
I remember a prize.
Yeah.
Capitalism, bro. There's no money for it now.
You would get a little pinball machine made out of plastic where you just twang it and then the ball would go through. That was pretty cool.
I remember when McDonald's used to like give you like a record. You could in your Happy Meal, you could get this like paper record and you try and play it on your record player and it would play something.
Did you know that McDonald's in Happy Meals gave away tree seedlings for a while? I'm not kidding. And now all those kids that have planted these trees in their front yards and stuff, they have giant trees in there. And they're like from their Happy Meal. And they're like, wow.
Seems a little sappy. That's a bad dad joke right there.
Oh, God. Are we getting to this? Oh, wow.
How long was that over under for the dad joke?
That's just not good.
Okay, so you guys know that we do every year we do Fools for Catan, right? And what that is it's a board game called Catan, and we all played in a giant tournament with about 24, 30 people.
No
right?
close, right?
No, yeah, totally.
Family
no
and
close.
friends mainly.
Yeah, family and friends. It's just
Wait,
like
no, that one has close.
it's a fun thing. Yeah, except for never mind. Anyway, so every year, one of the boards, the items on the board is the robber. And the robber's a little tiny guy, right? Yeah.
Part of the game.
Part of the game. He's a little meeple, right? And so one of the things, and of course the robber is the bad guy in the thing. You don't want to get the robber. So as one of the prize, the person in the tournament who loses the most gets a giant version of this meeple. But when you like bring it up, it's all 3D printed. Well, it's black, and it really does look like a butt plug.
Like a 6-inch butt plug.
Yeah, because that's what the robber looks like. It's just a miniature version of a butt plug.
It's true.
Basically, right?
It's a hamster butt plug.
Yeah. And so, I've been buying this thing every year, and I don't think too much about it. But this year, I bought it for the prize for the person who sucks. And, of course, my girlfriend's son moves in, right? And I just stick it on the counter there, just sitting there. And, of course, he scopes this thing. And he is like, oh, I do not want to ask. What is going on here? And I don't know what he was thinking, but I know that he was pretty much.
I know what he was thinking. I need to find my own place.
Exactly.
I need to find my
The
own
first
place.
time we busted that out of the tournament, everybody did the same.
Yeah. It was pretty
What
funny.
is that?
And then my girlfriend came in and go, why are you leaving this out here? And his eyes got big and wide. And then she was like, Adam, this is not what this is. I swear he did this on purpose, which
And
I
meanwhile,
didn't.
you're in the background going, yes, it is.
Yeah. But then he's later like,
I
he's
got
like,
a second one, honey.
he's like, I'm not going to lie. I did pick it up and it was like 3D printed. So I realized it couldn't be what I thought it was, but I did check it out. So I felt so bad for totally. What's that word we want to do?
You know how sometimes in podcasts or shows they like give a preface statement.
Yeah.
Be careful. Spoiler alert.
Right.
Things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. People need that when they move into your house.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
Oh,
for sure.
don't go in any closet.
Yeah.
Well, and then you guys have keys to my house, or Mark does at least.
I do not.
And Mark just came right in, and I didn't warn him that we were going to have a podcast over here. He's sleeping on the couch, and
You're the same guy who saw the butt plug.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
So poor Adam, who was sitting on the couch. Who's this weird dude walking in my room? Or in the living room.
I'm just happy all he was doing was sleeping. If I would have seen the butt plug and he wasn't sleeping, I would have given the key right back to you.
We would not be doing the podcast.
That's true. Podcast would be over.
Would have been moved, canceled for tonight.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. But I don't think there's anything that weird in here anymore, because we had a mannequin in here, but it's at your house.
I can't look any direction without seeing something weird in your house.
Pretty much everything in here is weird.
Maybe that's true. Maybe that is true.
Yeah.
Here we go now.
Got an idea for a topic? Who knows? We may reach out and use your suggestion on air. Let us know and visit damnopinion.com.
All right, so I'm thinking about this, and I've heard about it in my life, but it's really strange to me why your nose continues to grow and your ears continue to grow. Both of those things continue to grow. They are not the two things I would have desired that grow.
What about your balls? Don't they continue
No, they
to
just
grow?
hang
Oh,
low.
okay. That's what it just
They grow.
seems.
They
No,
grow.
they don't grow. They just drop.
Bro,
Okay, yeah.
gravity does not go north, buddy.
Yeah.
No, but your nose continues to grow, and so do your ears.
What else grows?
Well, your fingernails grow, but that even happens.
Your
when
nose is
when you
growing
die.
downward.
No, but it does. Your nose continues to grow as you get older, and so do your ears. And I'm thinking, why
Does it
is
grow or stretch?
That? No, it grows.
Isn't it because it's kind of like cartilage or something? Isn't that what it is?
So everything with cartilage gets bigger as you
Sure.
get older.
Why not?
I don't think really.
I don't know.
These are the things you think about during the day.
Oh, you have no idea. This is the safe thing I think about during the day.
Yeah, I very much worry about you.
But I'm trying to think what's the advantage? You can smell better, you can hear better as you get older. Because that's not the case.
Are you sure about that?
I'm not sure about anything at this point.
Well, I mean, yeah, they get bigger, but your hearing doesn't get better. So,
Yeah. No.
They want you to buy bigger headphones as you get older to cover your ears. That's why.
Well, I mean, then you start thinking about why is there hair there?
I don't really think about it like that. The way you do.
wait a minute. In your ears?
Oh, just anywhere it should
Do
be.
you have hair in your ears?
Yeah.
You do. What about you, James?
Heck yeah.
I do not have hair in
Especially
my ears.
the older I get. I find that hard to believe.
And the problem is once you start trimming it, you're done.
Oh, yeah, then you really have to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm lucky. I barely have nose hairs. I am higher on the evolutionary scale than you guys are. That's all I have to say.
I think there's just something wrong with you is really what it is.
Maybe so, but I'm just saying.
I don't think your balls have dropped still.
What?
I think they're there. You're just either not seeing them or you're like, I cut it and I don't have any.
How would I cut it? Are you talking about on the inside of your ear? Yeah, I don't have any ear hair there. I really don't. I'm just lucky.
Have you asked anyone or did you actually like hold up a mirror somehow?
Well, I've put my finger in my ear.
Right? That'll do it.
Can't you feel the ear hairs? If
Not
you put your
always.
finger in there.
I mean, if you're a woolly mammoth, maybe.
Don't get me wrong. I'm sure I have very, wispy tendrils that are tiny.
Well, what do you think? We have like freaking Sasquatch inside the ear?
If you guys know you have ear hair, then you definitely have Sasquatch ear hair, right?
No.
Otherwise, if it was all wispy, then you wouldn't know. You'd be like,
There's like one or two and you trim it.
right. I don't have that. I don't have any ear hair. You know what? If you want to look,
We might
the
inspect
podcast-
after the podcast.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
So there's hair that just shows up. Why does it show up later? I mean, okay, in college,
Because your body's dying. That's why.
So everything comes out in hairs. What are you talking about? That
Well,
doesn't make sense.
I mean, everything gets hairier, right? As you get older.
Well, supposedly.
I'm just saying, like women,
But why?
they'll have hairy chins and stuff.
The top of your head doesn't.
But
That's true.
But
That's
why?
true.
Why do we need more hair in places we don't need more hair?
Well, I mean, think about it. The ear hair helps keep dust and stuff out of your ear.
Wouldn't that have mattered when I was a kid rolling around in the mud? That would have
Maybe
mattered
so.
more.
Yeah, but maybe as you get older,
Why do you want hair on your ass?
well, you have hair on your ass.
No, I see. I knew the question was coming. But a lot of people have hair on their ass.
I don't have hair on my ass.
Again, we're not
it's
talking
smooth as a
about
baby.
Extra
you.
cushion. Extra cushion.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's all that soda you drank. It's just killed all the hair coming out of your body.
Because normally you would think it's a testosterone thing, but as you get older, for a male, your testosterone goes down.
That's true.
So
too.
why would you get more hair? Doesn't make any sense.
It's a mammal thing.
And why does the hair stop on the side of your hand? Why does it just stop? There's no hair. It's no hair continuing around. And why do you have hair on your toes?
Do you have hair on your toes?
Oh my gosh.
Because we're hobbits.
Yeah.
That's why.
Seriously, there's all these unanswered questions.
How about in between your toes? Do
You know
have
what?
hair?
We need to stop funding NASA and get these normal questions answered.
I think their answer, you just have to talk to an anthropologist is what you have to talk to.
Okay, so
Why is there hair on my ass?
Because your ancestors lived in the jungle.
like I know that some guys I feel kind of bad for because they have hairy backs, right? And a lot of women will be like, "Ugh, I would never date a guy with a hairy back," But would you date a girl with a hairy
I thought you
back?
were going to ask me if I date a guy with a hairy back. No. Have you ever seen those guys that have the hairy back that they literally, when they go to the barber, they shave
Yeah,
like right where the neckline is for their t-shirt?
Yeah.
So it doesn't stick out.
I remember in the 70s, I thought it was cool to have a hairy chest, like Burt Reynolds.
Because it
had a
was
hairy
cool to
chest.
have a hairy.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Well, yeah.
I have no hairy chest either.
Tom Selleck had a hairy chest, I think, too.
Oh, yeah. Tom Selleck had a.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And I
Oh,
would-
person with a hairy chest? Robin Williams. That man had hair.
yeah, but he had it everywhere. He had it on his back. He had it everywhere.
He was a pretty hairy guy. If you just looked at his arms and stuff.
Yeah.
And his hands. He was a pretty hairy guy.
You've seen those guys that have a poofy shirt because all the hair on their back is poofy.
I can't say that I'm studying it, to be quite honest.
Really? Well, I'm just saying. I mean, I kind of feel bad because it's not in right now. But it'll probably have its day again, I'm sure.
Doubtful.
Yeah.
Everyone's getting laser treatment.
Yeah, but look at the eyebrows. Look at the eyebrows now. The eyebrows. Well, the eyebrows
did come back.
Eyebrows came back. Now it's looking like it might be the no eyebrow look.
Oh no.
I'm serious. Like the girl from Wicked.
They had the brush up eyebrows. It wasn't even the
That's true too.
more hair. It was the brush up.
Mm-hmm. But now it is just chop those babies off. You know, the girl from Wicked. Her name is Cynthia something. By the way, phenomenal singer. She might actually be the best singer of our time. She is amazing.
I heard she's great outside of Wicked too.
That's what I mean. I saw her at the Golden Globe sing a song. I was blown away. Just the talent.
All your hair was blown back.
Absolutely blown back. And so was hers. That's why she has no hair.
Did she have ear hair?
So, probably not. But she has no eyebrows either, right? Whoopi Goldberg has, or did. I don't know if she has them now, but she.
Do you think that's fashion, or do you think that's because she has terrible eyebrows and she's like, we'll just take them off? Someone was like, just shave them off. They're so bad. It's either that or you stencil them on permanently. Just get rid of them and it'll be a good look for you. Because she's bald too, right?
Yeah, she's bald.
Yeah.
But I think
most women are not going to go with the bald, no eyelashes look.
I think it's going to be
99.9% of women are not going with the bald, no eyelash
David Bowie's
look.
wife went for the whole bald look.
Well,
Yeah,
so
she's a
did
supermodel.
David Geldof in Pink Floyd's The Wall, and that's not a good look either.
So I said this first in high school. I was like, I think that bald is going to be a fashion thing because then women can just pick whatever hair color they want. They can buy 12,000
Bald's
wigs.
always been a bit of a fashion thing, hit and miss with.
Didn't you say like 4,000 things in high school in the hopes that you'd hit one of them?
Yes, and this one's going to hit. I also think that the eyebrow thing is coming. It's coming. I saw a couple of people, big stars, they're shaving those eyebrows.
I think it might be just a little fad
Okay.
because Wicked's pretty popular right now.
Yeah, for sure.
I wonder how many people have shaved their head because of it.
How many people shave their head because of V'ger, Star Trek back in the day?
No, but Michael Jordan does get credit for making bald cool, right? It's like
I thought it was Telly Savalas.
no,
yeah.
Telly Savalas was never cool.
What?
He was
Yes,
not
he
cool.
was.
Okay, maybe he
Dude,
was.
if you can walk
Yul Brynner was cool.
Kojak was the #1 show around. I know you didn't get it in Mount Shasta. They didn't. They only showed Three's Company.
I wasn't allowed to watch it because he smoked a lollipop.
Are you forgetting Yul Brynner?
Yul Brynner's cool.
yeah, Yul Brynner.
Kojak, not so much.
He was the #1 show in America.
Yul Brynner?
Kojak. Who loves you, baby?
10 Commandments are right.
He was pretty popular for a while.
Yeah, maybe so, but I don't think he didn't make everybody go shave their head. That's my point.
How do you know?
He's like, because everybody had hair in the 70s. Everybody.
Telly Savalas didn't.
Hello, you did a comb over if you were going bald.
That is
when
true.
Michael Jordan comes out, everybody's like, he can go bald? I can go bald. He's cool.
Okay, so what
I'm
was
gonna
the
have to
biggest?
look
What was
this
the
one
biggest hair decade?
70s.
I disagree.
60s?
I think the 80s were bigger. The 80s had more hair.
You
in
think
the
the
70s.
80s had more hair than the 80s
Now
had?
the 70s and the 60s had long hair.
Yeah. And big, gigantic afros.
Are you forgetting the 50s? Pompadours, the girls with frickin' helmets on their head. Have you forgotten?
Dude, just look at any album cover. There's more hair on an album cover from the 80s than anywhere else.
There's more Aquanet. I don't know if there's more hair.
Yes, that's what I mean. I mean, outside of Flock of Seagulls, what album are you thinking of?
Yeah.
He can't think of one.
What are you talking about?
What's an album with a lot of hair?
Van Halen.
Which album?
Oh, anyone that has them on the cover.
Okay, so the first album of Van Halen, they have long hair like the hippie days, not like the 80s.
Oh, no. No. Poison. There's
Okay,
no-
well, that's true. The hair bands. I mean, they actually had hair bands. So,
I just don't know if it's more hair or just poofed hair.
well, the girls had the straight up thing. Do you know what the big haircut is right now for the boys? Oh, no. The Edgar. You know what
Yeah,
that
that's
is?
yeah, it's been pretty.
Yeah, it's got to be going out now because there's modifications of it now. But the Edgar is basically a bowl cut. And it was like some baseball player somewhere who did it. And lots of people get the Edgar. now.
Why is it people want to be so unique and yet they copy everyone else?
I don't know. I think they just want to have fun. Hey, my friend is getting a bowl cut. I'll get a bowl cut.
By the way, Cyndi Lauper's last concert tour is Girls just want to have fun. Going on right now.
How old is Cindy now?
And does she have eyebrows?
The last leg, I think, is what it's called.
Really?
Yeah. But she definitely has 80s hair. I don't know if she does anymore, though.
I watched a documentary on We Are the World, and one of the difficult personalities that they had to manage was Cyndi Lauper.
It's because her jewelry kept making noise. And Quincy Jones and I think it was, I don't remember who, hated all the noise from her jewelry.
I'm trying to look, but I did a quick Google, and the first people that come up are Yul Brynner and Telly Savalas.
That made bald
iconic
cool.
actors, that made bald. So I'm looking. It's a long way to Michael Jordan.
But think about no. I'm not saying that he was the first bald person. I'm just saying it was very rare to see a bald person in the 70s and 80s. Everyone who was balding did the comb over.
I guess the question is this. Were people shocked by Yul Brynner during the 50s and 60s when he was bald? Were people like, wow? And then were they shocked by Telly Savalas when he came on the show bald?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then when Michael Jordan showed up on the basketball court that was bald, no one went, wow.
Yeah, they
were
did.
saying wow.
There were a few.
There were still people that went, wow. And now everyone shaves their head. I basically look like a tall Billy Joel. I mean, it's like everyone who's getting older looks like Billy Joel, just different height and weight.
I wouldn't disagree that Jordan might have had a factor, but at the time there was probably Shaq, there was Charles Barkley, there were lots of guys that were bald in sports. Now, Michael was above that, but I think as the 90s and the 2000s have gone on, you've got many actors who go with the bald look. The Rock, who I fucking hate. Bruce Willis was bald for a while, right?
It's been a whole year. You still hate The Rock?
I will hate The Rock till I die.
He hasn't even been in anything, really.
Thank God.
Yeah, but when you find that normal people, instead of doing a comb over, start shaving their head, Jordan revolutionized that. I'm just saying.
I don't know about that. I would argue that is not true. He was...
There
were multiple sports people having their head shaved.
What did you Google?
Who made bald famous, basically?
Okay.
When did bald become fashionable, I think is what I...
Oh, okay. That's a better way to do it.
And they knew multiple people. Michael Jordan is not at the top of the list. The Rock comes up with the most of them because it is the internet. Yeah. But Yul Brynner and Telly Savalas were the first to do it.
Well,
I think...
And so my point to that is over the years, more celebrities have gone to a bald look, and it's as you get older, guys will shave their head instead of doing the comb over. I don't know if that was a Jordan thing. I think that could be a more actors thing as they see celebrities and like, oh, that's not a bad look.
Well, sure, but Jordan, I would argue, was so popular that he made all the schoolyard kids do it. I mean, everything. Shaq didn't do it.
I don't know about that.
So let's say Shaq did shave his head first. They were copying Jordan. They weren't copying Shaq. They weren't copying Kojak.
You show me proof of that. You show me proof of that.
I will. Because no one on our playground was going, I want to shave my head like Telly Savalas.
No white guys in Mount Shasta were shaving their head. Okay?
Yes, there were. We had a cop that shaved his head. And he was the only bald guy
that's
in
right.
town.
In Mount Shasta, the white supremacists were shaving their head.
Nobody was shaving their head in your desert place either, except the skinheads. And the skinheads, now I can shave my heads and not be a skinhead because it's so popular.
Playing basketball throughout the early 80s, there were a couple guys, especially in San Bernardino, that area, that had their head shaved when we were playing basketball. Most guys had the tall fade or the fro.
Think about this. The first basketball player you thought of as bald is Curly from the Harlem Globetrotters. I'm serious.
That is true.
Like
Younger.
before that, if you were going bald, you'd just
That
be
is
patchy.
So you know what?
I honestly haven't really thought about it till we're talking about it now. So I know you being bald, think about it a lot.
No, I'm just saying I notice societal changes. And it's like, especially when you're going balding like me, right? You go, what am I going to do? Do I do the comb over and look horrible? Do I shave my head? Do I do something? Do I get a mohawk? What do I do? And then you go, oh, everybody's shaving their head now. It wasn't like that in the 70s.
I think there was a mistake by an advertising person who was trying to make Jordan famous. It was supposed to be Hair Jordan. And they left out the letters. And it became Air Jordan.
According to the internet, the first basketball NBA player to shave his head was Charles Barkley.
No, it would be Curly. That was before Charles
but he's
Barkley.
not NBA. Curly's Globetrotter.
Globetrotters are better than the NBA.
The first time Michael Jordan shaved his head bald was in 1983. So, you know.